I have a question on Albania. Julian Kasapi from EU Perspectives. I have listened from 2 or 3 days that Albania is one of the two front runners on the EU accession path. But does the Parliament or does the European Union know about protests in Albania, especially on Chapter 27 on nature? And what do you think about that? Because the protesters are gathering, my compatriots are gathering, and for the 18th day, consecutive 18th day, and they are not just protesting for protected areas. They are also protesting for pensions, wages, for rents, like renting an apartment in Albania is just like renting an apartment in Brussels, and for corruption, for organized crime, and also the last SPAC or special prosecution against organized crime and corruption highlighted that some of the money gathered by organized crime groups in Latin America use this money to launder it in Albania and to put it in such resource. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. If you have followed also... So now it's muted. Yeah, if you follow the debate, also yesterday in the hemicycle, you could easily recognize that all these questions played also a major role in the debate. And I think knowing about this demonstration, and by the way, also knowing about what in the last years also is going on, Albania has a very vital political system where very often the street is used. I think the concerns of the people on the street are serious ones. And I think especially when the term brain drain was used, I think it is this kind of people also which are now in front of the decision, should they look for other options abroad or stay in the country. And therefore it is a demand of a better future, which is a country free of corruption. We have to say today this so-called vetting process is finished, a 10 years program to scrutinize and screen all the personnel in the lawing system, undertaking hard reforms, implementing also SPAC, but it's also a demand, of course, of a better social future in the sense of education system, hospitals, doctors, nurses, and these kind of issues. And I think it comes, and you touched it also with your question, that with the improved economic situation, mainly driven by investments into tourism. Of course, the question is also how much of this growth also arrives, let's say, in the society. And this is never easy. No economist has an answer on it. Therefore, also for politics, it's always an important question. They will try to give an answer also in our report on implementing social dialogue and this kind of issue. Also going for the program where Albania will be completely for bigger sums only by bank transfers and the zero cash policy, as they call it, which is also a major tool. So, and coming on the concerns on the environmental issue, also we are discussing this since years. The Viosna Delta is under protection due to also the European debate, but also due to the government there. And we have the discussion now how to deal with it. And I think for all these questions, the answer is more Europe. Because the Chapter 27, all the European legislation of fauna, habitat, and whatever rules which we have, is implementing that nature is not, let's say, scrutinized by huge investment. And I think this is important. And I think beside the question what is factually completely true or not, because there's a lot of information, who is investing, where is investment, and so on, I think it is important to take the concerns serious, but also to be aware that with the European standard, I think it is also the concerns of the people are completely met. This means a country which goes consequently towards the European Union is also meeting the demands of the people on the street demonstrating.